Because I have dreams I want to chase and want to help others chase theirs too. Because I want to become someone who can follow through on those dreams. Because I want to change the world and make it a better place someday. Because I want to give back for what was given to me, for what I'm thankful for. Because I want to protect, love, and serve my current family and the one I may have one day. Because I want to earn my place in this world. To earn my place in this world. So I must face my fears of being judged for what I lack in work ethic, good character, and skill. I must learn how to thrive in situations out of my control. I must become strong. I must become a man who can stick to a task and see to the finish. I must become an honorable man. I must become a dependable man. I must join something like the military. This is a vlog to document my journey. It's Herbie with the Herb and Peach. It's Herbie with the Herb Peach channel. This is vlog number 59. Looks like we are about to start the military era of this story. I chose the Navy branch. I swear in on December 9th. I leave on December 10th. That is in 6 days, so I decided to clean my room in my parents' house where I'm currently staying. I wanted to pack and organize it in such a way that it won't be a burden while I'm gone. So, where are you going, Herbie? Where are you going, Herbie? On December 10th, they'll be flying me out to Great Lakes, Illinois, where I'll be getting conditioned physically, mentally, and spiritually for 10 weeks. So, this will be the last vlog until after. Should I graduate that, I will then be in school for probably about a half a year or so, also in Great Lakes. It's around 35.9 miles, 47 minutes with traffic in the afternoon according to maps. After school, they will send me to my first duty station, the location of which I will have no idea until that time comes. It'll be up to the needs of the Navy. But we do get a wish list, and they tell me that if I do well in boot camp and or the school, I have a higher chance of them granting me a duty station of a place I want to go to. These past couple of weeks leading up to now have been eventful. Last day at the flower shop job. Shout out Edwin. Last meetups with some friends, just trying to tie up loose ends. I had this list of goals that I wanted to finish by the time I left. I had a bunch of stuff there beyond just cleaning the room, a lot of them personal creative projects related, like music and stuff. Didn't even get through half of them. Goes to show I'm a little too ambitious sometimes, or maybe just that my priorities are not always what I think they are. What have I been doing instead? Tending to my inner world, asking myself questions and monitoring my inner dialogue. That is to say, I've been watching Filipino rom-coms, spending time with mom and dad. I've also been doing my creative projects and stuff steadily, but nowhere near the steam I expected I would have. It goes back to why I need to become a dependable man. I want to change the world, so I gotta get my lazy butt in line. Well, no time wasted. I've been mentally preparing for my departure. This will be my first time leaving. Like, living somewhere not in Mira Mesa, the town I grew up in. I never even moved with my family. I've gone on vacations out the country plenty of times. Asia, Europe, Canada, what have you. I'm 33, and I've never just straight up lived somewhere else not in Mira Mesa. Even when I moved out of my parents' house for some 4 years, I was still in Mira Mesa. Okay, I think I made my point. This is big for me. How has mentally preparing been going? I am less frazzled than I thought I'd be. I do get sudden urges of a sinking feeling every now and again. Strange dreams. A sinking feeling that I get that surely would have gripped me and took an unyielding hold of me in the past. Thank God for the body map, and that's for sure true. To be frank, I wouldn't even be in this position if not for the body map. It's only because of my progress with the body map I've been able to overcome the already many emotional hurdles it took for me to get to a point where I'm leaving for boot camp, in 6 days. The fear and negative emotion I've experienced thus far would have been insurmountable to me, and I would have thrown in the towel months ago. As far as gambles go, this one always pays off. The body map. Okay, so my list of things to do before I leave, how's that going? Well, as I said, I can see where my priorities are now. I can see how my ability to follow through is in its current state. Maybe that's the same thing. My room has been getting cleaned, as you see. One thing I've been proud of being able to improve at over my body map journey is this cleaning stuff. I've kind of just been taking it easy. Instead of grinding hard and beating myself up over the music and art projects I haven't been able to keep up with, knowing I'm leaving and will be no contact for 10 weeks, I've just been focusing my energy on purifying how I should go about these things after boot camp. Do they really matter to me? How will I handle them when I have less time after boot camp? Will I still want to? What am I even trying to do with this music stuff anyway? I read some of this book at Barnes & Noble the other day about the power of why. Establishing a clear understanding of why you do what you do makes it easier to do that thing, whether it be logistically or motivationally. The why, quote unquote, will energize your journey in a profound way. So it should be clearly established and enthusiastically reminded. So instead of just spinning my wheels for the sake of spinning them, this limited time before I head out to boot camp, I decided to use mostly for taking a step back and asking myself to clearly word out why I care about doing music. We'll go deeper into the specific of why I am personally doing music, but the why of why music as opposed to blank is just because I want to change the world. And I see music as one of the most powerful ways to do that. Music is so powerful that it transcends faculties of socially accepted thinking and reason and such. So more on why that is in the future. So Herbie, didn't you want to become an actor? Didn't you want to sign up for Pinoy Big Brother? What happened to being a cruise director? Dude, to be honest, I'm just not in the position to do any of that stuff right now. I still have dreams of all those things. Except Pinoy Big Brother. I think I'm too old, and I'll be too old for it at the point when my first Navy contract ends. But I did not place myself into the position where I felt comfortable reaching out for those things. I wavered for the last couple of years, going in and out, wanting to try to go for acting jobs like I had trained for growing up. Same with the cruise director thing, I looked into it. But something kept holding me back from being able to commit spiritually. I had more credit card debt than I was comfortable with, accrued during the last times I had my last jobs. I did not feel like an entertainer job for someone in my position in life to be, quote unquote, earning my place. I didn't feel like that was earning my place, quote unquote. And did not feel like that line of work at this point in my life, being 33 and still living with my parents and having financial issues, would be an honorable line of work. To protect, love, and serve my family and potential future one, I didn't feel like singing and dancing on stages. And the potential endless years of waiting to do it with any sort of financial success, meanwhile still living with my parents, none of that felt like I was earning my place in the world. And that's not even to speak about what kind of supporter I would be in the future should I gain any kind of success in that field. Like, yeah, I could perform on stage or in front of a camera, but what would I have to give to those around me? Money? Okay. But would I be useful anywhere else around the house? Would I know how to clean up after myself? Would I have the work ethic to not give up on something when it breaks? Would I have the confidence to lead a road trip? Would I have the work ethic to inspire those around me to do other things in their lives that are not singing and dancing? Would I be able to cook for a potluck? Would I be able to start a business? help a family member with a business? Their dreams? What would I be able to give back? Would I be able to give back to those I care about? Or just dance in front of random people, not even my family, while I collect a paycheck? It all began to feel very selfish for me. I love music, song, and dance. It may be my biggest gifts that I can offer to the world. But if I can't discipline myself to do other things in life, there will be no pathway to sharing this gift. I spent my entire life being obsessed with the things I like doing. It got me to where I am with those. But now, without thinking less of what I was obsessed with, I'm seeing now also that other stuff are just as important. So, why the Filipino rom-coms? Do I really like Kim Chiu that much? Is she really that likable? Yes. Is her bubbliness really that attractive? Yes. Is her unyielding loyalty, even in the face of rejection, really that admirable? Yes. But is her ability to remain graceful and gentle, even when being directly told she isn't wanted, really that lovable? Yes. I think I just need that feminine energy, to be honest. Getting exposed to the toxic side of the women and men dynamic at such an early age of like 5, I think my brain's just messed up. It's so corrupted to see it as like conquest all the time. I can't even help it. I think my brain wiring is just all kinds of messed up that I need help deprogramming it. Rom-coms are just fantasy, but the elements that are romanticized, like grace instead of pride in the face of rejection when dealing with people, ring true and desperately needed for me right now in this world. Sure, the movies are kind of loopy, but my brain's kind of loopy in the other direction. That I think the overcorrection is what I need for now. I can see why it can be helpful, and in what ways. For example, we get so hard on ourselves these days, even when it comes to telling ourselves to be gentle with ourselves. Sometimes you're like, dude, why aren't you being gentle with yourself yet, you loser? Before taking this next step, I had to really look at what I've been lacking up to this point, and I think it's just that feminine energy. Right now, the conversation is always on, do women measure up to men like this, that way, quote unquote? Are women just as strong as men? Are women stronger than men? Quote unquote, this is the first female insert thing that men typically do, ever. This woman went as high as that man, quote unquote. But I think that's all wrong. I think the stuff feminine energy is good for is just a categorically different thing. It's not in competition with the masculine energy. They are in separate lanes. And what I get from these Filipino rom-coms is a different kind of thing. It's a kind of strength in faith, in softness, and trust, as corny as it sounds. In a lifetime being obsessed with what I was doing, I needed reminders of how I was doing. It's like on a ship, you need people obsessed with where the ship's going, but you also need people obsessed with how the ship's doing, the state of the ship itself. Otherwise, there won't be a ship to get to the destination anyhow. So, I guess my final days dwindling down will be really loading up on that kind of energy and looking at what I was lacking up to this point as I take this next step, finally. But we all have our stories, I think. Everybody's story is unique. Although we are all the same in many ways, our stories are completely unique. This is mine. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for keeping up. It's good that we can catch up this way. This will be the last vlog for at least 10 weeks before we head into the military era. The Herb Peach channel. I'm looking forward to it. Should be very interesting. I don't really know what to expect as far as how the outputs of these videos will be, but we'll see after the hiatus. I don't normally take announced hiatuses, even though it's something that you should do. You should communicate that kind of thing if you do want to be a dependable person, so that you can achieve your dreams. You should communicate. So that's what I'm trying to do. I think I'm gonna go give it my all. I think it's gonna be great. Who knows what'll happen after? Who knows? But I hope that you chase your dreams today and have a great Christmas, a happy New Year. Consistency is key. Wish me luck, and I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic day wherever you are, whenever thou art, whether you are in the future, whether you're watching this in the day of, whether we are in your car right now and you're listening to us in the background, or whether we are on your computer table and you are listening intently. Thank you for visiting the Herb Peach channel. This is Herbie, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful vacation or a wonderful winter. See you soon. Take care. Feel the front of your shins.